All right. Session 47. Here we go. Time for the recap. From
You didn't
Hatala.
introduce me. I was going to
Sorry.
say, you didn't
From,
introduce me the same way.
You
I was
normally
like,
introduce her.
I was, and we fumbled the baton pass, but there you go. From our
Potato!
from
okay,
our
so we had found Mr. Lakewood's grandfather that we supposed and brought him back home. And when we found Mr. Lakewood, we found out that he is not his grandfather, he is his son. And that really threw us for a loop because apparently Mr. Lakewood is cursed to live forever or something like that. And also, we found that many of the cities that we have been around are being shut down because of a plague. And we are not exactly sure what to do about that yet. So we're thinking, and we might see where that's going to go. And well, that's pretty much where we are right now. There's a lot of bad stuff going on. There's a plague coming in. Let's see how this goes.
All right. Y'all have just finished having a car scanned after his recent death.
His recent non-death.
Yes. And he's still standing in the circle, and you can still see the aura. His aura is burning around him. And just to refresh everyone's memory, a human naturally has a flame-like aura around them inside this circle. And those of you who have these energies inside of them have different other colored flames burning inside of them that are slowly consuming the human soul, which is the flame you see for an ordinary person. And so you can see the fires bouncing back and forth, but totally separate. And a car steps out. Who wants to go next?
Me?
Was that Winky?
I
Yes.
think it was.
Okay. All right, so Winky steps up, and the scan runs on him, and everything looks fairly normal. You have the energy inside of you, and it is grown a small amount, but it has not grown as much as it would have without your amulet.
I didn't wear I didn't wear an amulet.
I thought he did.
He gave his amulet to a car.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
you
But you
have
did wear it
2
for a
days
while.
to live.
Yes, he did wear it for a while.
No, I didn't. I didn't wear any amulet.
Actually, he
You
did
never
give it.
wore an amulet?
No, he gave it straight to a car. That because
Oh. Okay, then you can see that the damage has occurred as it is expected. All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go ahead and go.
All right. When Core steps onto the circle and the ritual is enacted, you see the flames bar up, but instead of seeing multiple different flames, it's the flame that you would normally see, and then the fire is burning within his soul.
So it's consuming him, or
It
it's
looks
joined
like
with
it,
him?
it looks like it's going around through him. And the little bitty bit of outline of Nathaniel is still there, but it looks like that has grown compacted, and the flames are eating at it like they used to. It's like the flames are within Core's soul, but they're attacking Nathaniel's.
So it's destroying Nathaniel's soul in lieu of his.
No, it seems to be inside of his soul. It does not appear to be separate from his soul.
Oh, could this be like part of the draconic heritage kicking in? Maybe.
You don't know.
I don't know.
No one knows, really.
Okay.
Probably the only person who could answer that would probably be Angnar.
Put a big old question.
Angnar?
He's dead. Well, he's
dead
in
but alive,
the depths,
like
but right
so many
now.
other people.
He's
in a
dead, but
letter
he's
opener.
okay.
Yeah, he's in a letter
He's
opener.
in the depths, but
Yeah.
The letter
back
opener.
pocket. In back pocket.
Isn't that where you keep him?
I know where you keep him. Oh my god.
In the crack.
Lord help me.
Gonna put that in the notes. Better get a recap on that next week.
All right. So now what?
Still got Nadup.
Okay, I'll step in.
Okay. And Nadep steps in, and you can see all the different flame colors are fighting each other and fighting for him. They're all trying to burn at his soul separately.
Maybe if there's enough competition, I don't have to worry about losing my life.
Maybe he'll find a balance.
And you can see that his soul has already taken a substantial amount of damage. And Nidep, at this point in time, you can no longer remember your childhood before the age of 20.
And this is like real life.
God.
As it continues to consume, it'll erase more and more of your memories until you lose who you are.
And for a quick refresher, I had the last time we did it, I had a car down for 6 to 8 months, core down for 6 months, Winky for 10, Nadep was down to 2 months, and this was, I don't remember the last time we did it, but I feel like it's been a couple.
It's only been like a week at most.
Yeah.
Charles,
And a car is definitely 6 months.
Okay.
Charles. So since Winky now knows that his memory's gonna start disappearing, he's gonna start writing down everything he remembers in a notebook.
Okay. All right, so y'all are done scanning everyone. What do y'all do now? It is getting late in the day. It's about 10 p.m. And since I believe your plan is to do a bunch of shopping and getting prepped because you know you're going to have to do some adventuring soon, you might want to hit the hay.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea.
Yes, sir. Do we need to do healing?
Probably.
You'll be fully healed when you wake up.
Okay.
All right. Y'all managed to sleep through the night without any major inconveniences. Check your message.
Right. So during breakfast, I'll bring up my dreams again.
Again.
Before Nadep gets there, I'll bring up my dreams again.
Thank you for being so considerate.
So, so I'm having. So remember last time I talked about the. I was getting a very. The senses were getting involved, and I was starting to really get in tune with it. That smell of smoke really came through, and I could hear. So this time I could smell smoke. I can hear the ringing, like it's steel on anvil type of ringing, and I can almost hear chanting the word burn, burn, burn. So that's what my dream entailed.
I still wonder if that's an answer to something. I just want an answer, I think. And if that could be one, that'd be great.
Yeah. So this one was pretty similar to the last one.
Maybe each element has a different way of taking your soul. Fire burns it. Water flushes it down the toilet.
Well, this went sideways quick.
Earth buries it.
And how did I obtain fire? Was that the stone from Hatala, or was that the armor from Nathaniel? Trying to remember.
It was the stone that burned your hand
Yeah.
when you were in Bastul.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How did it get to his back then?
It went from his arm to his back.
Yeah, is up my arm. Roy.
All right. So now you want to send Cora on a shopping errand?
We do.
And would anyone like to go with me?
You'll probably need at least one to assist with the carrying of the things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to help you much with that, but I'll tell you what I will do. I'm gonna work on that ring for Mr. Lakewood.
Okay. So who wants to go with Cora and who wants to stay and do what?
I can't.
Probably you need to go down to the blacksmith since they're going to be making you fitted armor.
I'll be going with a core. Core.
And we can leave. I can leave my katana because we already have a wounding rune to install on it.
Charles, can I help make his armor?
Yes, you can go down to the blacksmith shop and work as well.
Car.
Please,
Oh,
need
never
it.
mind, we have to get it. Mats. Okay.
What do
So,
you do that day?
Who?
What was that?
Who are
Need
you
it?
at? Talking to? Oh,
What are you doing that day?
he's probably
You're the
sneaking
only one who
around.
hasn't said anything.
He's probably sneaking around trying to touch something.
I may actually try and attempt to go down to Devi's lab and find an unattended stone that I haven't acquired yet.
Lord.
Oh, Bob.
Is there any indication that I would know that he would probably try to do this?
It
Outside
doesn't
of it
matter.
being
Debbie
the
doesn't have any unattended stones any longer.
Oh, good. Nice try, sucker.
Ooh.
All of them
Good
are in
job.
the vault or in direct care.
Good job, Debbie.
So you're gonna hang around his lab and see.
Yeah, I think that's the most accurate.
Or he
Description.
could transform into one of the rock that looks like a stone and then get put into the vault.
Can I
He can't
try
do
that?
that. No. All right. So, Core, you and a car head to town.
Okay, I'm gonna bring that that elixir with me.
Okay.
The
You have to sneak out carefully, but you can get out without any major inconvenience.
okay.
The school's basically not letting ordinary students out.
But when he walked in, they were like, "You are extraordinary. You may go."
They don't recognize him at all. Most
Oh.
most of the school staff don't even know who he is.
So they were like, "You are not extraordinary. You may go."
You are substandard. You may go.
We don't know you.
That's
Okay, you make it to the mercantile district.
all right.
Take your potion, forget your survival skills.
Yes.
and then,
And
and
for
then
the
you die.
and for the
And then you
stream,
die.
sorry, for the stream, it is a, we had talked about this previously, but it is a potion of silver tongue mutagen. That's what I'll be taking. It was moderate. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I came, just in case we get stuck. I have some survival skills.
Yes.
I'll steer him in the right direction. No, 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 no. That's a cliff. That's a cliff. Come this way, please.
All right. So you can make your diplomacy check with a +2.
Okay. And then add 2.
All right. 32. You can negotiate a 5% decrease in cost.
Okay.
Since you're buying in bulk and they like the way you talk.
I like the way you talk.
You got a pretty mouth.
I like the words
oh
coming
dear.
out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Does that include the materials we needed for the
That'd be everything.
for the soul stuff? Okay. Do some quick math. I just forgot how to math. 5 3.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
0.95 times everything. And that'd be your final price.
Yep. Times 0.5. Is that what you said?
Do 0.95 times your total cost, and that'll be the final cost. And you can do it for each coin. It'd be separate.
$13.15. I'm gonna do a little something for the stream as well, just so everyone can kind of see what we're buying. I'm gonna delete this in a second, but we're buying the wounding mats for Hatal. We're buying potency mats for Akar's armor so we can get the invisibility installed. We're buying striking mats for an adept and returning mats for an adept. Javelin. Eve's, we're getting her some potency runes for her armor that's getting built. Winky's going to get, do you want shock? Is that what you're going for? Okay. We're going to get shock, and then we're going to get our general shopping items. And then we're going to have no monies. Plus the 4,000 we'll have for
No monies.
for our don't die from the blessing cracks. Alright, so hide
Don't die
that.
from our
Someone.
cracks.
Oh,
So you went ahead and bought the 4 gems?
yes. And
Okay.
we needed to sell off the. Do you want to just say it was 800 gold worth of gems?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Because remember, even if you don't need to use them all, the gems are still have value.
Whoever's keeping track of the money, there you go.
Hold on. What just happened?
I put
Money,
in
mice.
how much gold we're spending.
Oh, you put it into Discord?
Yeah. Plus the 4,000. 5%. Sorry.
Wait a second.
Well,
Did you do it in the things we have?
no, he put it in Forge.
In Forge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why you gotta...
We spent 13.15.
Sweet. I got it.
You
Thank
spent
you.
43.15
Right. You
or
got it.
53.15.
53.
53.15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus that 4.
Wait, so is that wrong?
Well, you can do the.
He just didn't put the 4,000 for the gems.
Oh, I got you. So that doesn't really... I got you.
Does the 5% apply to that? To the gems?
No,
Okay.
that's for the shopping list.
He had to think about that. He was like,
Just-
he's like,
just-
that's gonna go.
Hey, that
The
would have been.
gems are just hold on. The gems are just money exchange. It's like buying different currency. They're not going to give you discounts.
Okay.
Oh, Charles.
Yes.
So the whole reason that you become a monster because it's because you don't know yourself when they destroy your soul.
Yeah. Once you don't have a soul, you're now just a creature. And at that point, the infection doesn't have the ability to consume your soul anymore, so it starts consuming your body completely, and you turn into one of the creatures like down in the underground.
But what if you take away the soul? Does it do the same thing?
No, then it stops the process right there. It's the whole point of the ritual to
Yeah.
stop the process from further expanding.
It can't eat a soul.
Yeah, you take away its fuel, and it's not strong enough to consume the body by itself then. It has to have eaten your soul before it can start eating your body. And while you have no soul, it's in your gem, and as long as your gem was within a few feet of you at all times, you'll always remember who you are. But if someone takes your gem away, you cease to be you anymore. So don't lose your gem. Okay.
This
It
is
took
my
you-
gym. Very many like it, but this one is mine.
Oh, and y'all got covered in snow today.
Wonderful.
You are cold.
So are you?
All right, by lunchtime, y'all managed to make it back to the tree after doing all your errands. Atala, do you want to go ahead and do your... Oh, you already did your crafting check. There you go.
I sure did.
Wait, do I have to do my crafting check because I'm working on the thing?
You'll need to do one too, yes.
So
You'll use a
much
hero
for
point.
so much for Eve's
yes.
armor.
Yes.
Roll again.
You put on your armor and you die.
Oh, dang. I don't think it could have got any worse than that.
What?
Can you do it again?
You got a 2 on the second one.
You're not supposed
Shout
to use
out.
your giant hammer as a blacksmithing tool.
Oh.
He's not the head craftsman. He's just an assistant, so he did assist.
Great. Cool. Amazing.
He was the guy that was pumping and keeping the forge hot.
They were like, you stay there.
Wait.
You're on the
hold
bellows. Get on over there.
He walks in the door and
Thi-
trips over the ledge and is over the edge of the door. Is like, there's no
This-
bump there. You get over
this-
the bellows.
This creative power. Why does it say air?
Because you have
Huh?
air.
But
Yeah.
why does it do electricity then?
Because it mixes with stuff.
The power of air is electricity.
That doesn't make sense. The power of
Make-
air is blowing
Where does lightning come from?
clouds.
What? Lightning
It's
comes
like-
from the sky. It's
It
from
comes
the
from
air.
it comes from the charges in the air when they line up to create a shock.
In most fantasy environments, air is the power of has the power of electricity. Because it wouldn't make sense that if you critically hit, you give them a puff of wind in their face.
But why not a giant puff of wind like?
Now my hair's all frizzy. Thanks.
It could have worked on those like little sea creatures. It could have blown all the water off of them so they couldn't attack us if that
I'm pretty
happened.
sure that you're gonna want lightning and not air. Just
Yeah,
let's go
sure,
with
but
that.
now I can shoot lightning at you guys. So
Okay. So it's lunchtime. Everyone, I'm assuming, meets in the tower for lunch, or in the tree for lunch.
Yes.
Okay. You've gotten all your supplies, and you can pass them off to Eritane. When do you want to do the rituals?
Tomorrow.
Probably as soon
Since
as
I'm down there
possible.
with Debbie, can I go ahead and do mine now?
Yeah. Once he delivers the gems back, yeah, they can be done at any time. The gem is the ingredient.
Okay. Well, I'll do mine as soon as the gem comes in.
Does everyone want to be there, or do they want to do them separately?
I want to be there. I want to see this.
Yes, me too.
Okay. So Devi performs the ritual, and the gem starts glowing brightly. And basically, anyone looking at the gem can't help but think of Nita.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I take the gem and fashion it into a headband? So they
Do
always
whatever you want with it. Remember, if someone takes it, you're not you anymore.
You have to have it.
So you might not want to make it that extravagantly visible. A
How-
1,000 gold piece gem is not something you want to advertise you're wearing.
How big is it?
What if it breaks?
It's not the biggest thing in the world because it's a high quality gem.
What if
Could
it
I
breaks?
get it, like-
Probably, quarter size or so.
Can I get it embedded in my hand?
So wait,
No. Because there's no
Wait.
such technology as embedding gems in your hand.
um,
I mean,
I
a
can
knife.
I can put it on the end of my gauntlet and just punch you really hard, and then it should stick.
Yeah.
Charles.
What, Winky?
Did he just get his soul removed?
Yes.
So now he's soulless?
No, as long as he has the gem, he's still him. It's only if the gem is removed that he becomes soulless.
Oh, okay.
But
So
bury
let's-
it in my beard and kind of have it tucked away.
Oh, why don't you just here's what we do. He turns into a tree, and then we cut a piece of wood out of the tree, and then we put the gem in it, and then we glue the piece of wood back together.
No, I'm
Wow.
good. I'm just hide it in my beard.
But so he has to hold it to become himself?
No, it just has to be near him. It's prolonged absence from him that causes him to stop being him.
Take the gem. Bash
Like for a short
the
period of time, you could put it locked away somewhere, and as long as you got back to it within 24 hours, you'd be fine.
and how small is the gem?
You already said that.
Well, if it's small enough, it could fit into his necklace.
I'm just gonna tie it into my beard and like braid it into a part of a braid, so it's there.
What you doing, buddy?
Just don't ever forget about it and shave your face.
I will never
The
shave my
dwarf.
No, don't forget
Well,
about it.
We just
That's
hope
like saying
somebody-
don't forget to breathe.
Well,
No,
just,
but I'm
just
wondering,
hopefully nobody cuts your beard off.
because the leaves, I bet the leaves of the tree is his beard.
Okay.
So
now,
what if it falls and turns into a
No.
tree?
all right. So who wants to go next?
Me? No, wait, no, a car. He's the one who's gonna die next.
All right, I reluctantly step up. I'll go next. I'm trying to think about where I'm going to put this gem once I get a hold of it.
All right.
Just take a deep breath.
He performs the ritual, and now, when everyone looks at the gem, they can't help but think of a car.
Hey, actually, a car could do it. He could put the gem in his headband.
Well, the same issue occurs. I don't want it to be visible.
But
Yeah.
you put it
1,000
behind.
gold piece gem in my
You could
face.
put it behind the headband.
That'd be annoying and uncomfortable.
Yes.
Or you could just put it in your pocket.
All right.
Okay.
Who wants to go next?
Who's dying next?
I would be.
Does
I'll
the
do it
same
next.
thing-
Okay.
Does the same thing happen to Atala if she gets the thing stuck into her?
It's not her soul; it's her shadow, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
First soul is not harmed.
Oh,
She
yeah.
actually has a
Yeah.
parasite living in her shadow.
She's Peter Pan.
What?
Pretty much, but with an evil shadow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eventually, that shadow will run away, and you have to tie it to your feet. Or sew it to your feet.
Now, it'd actually be wonderful if that shadow ran away. All right. So they perform the ritual on Eucor, and the gem begins to glow. And whenever anyone looks at the gem, they can't help but think of Nathaniel.
Oh. We just paid a whole bunch of money to put Nathaniel's soul in a gem.
Does that mean a core never had a soul?
No, it means his soul's still inside himself.
Yeah.
The entire time, Nathaniel's soul was the one getting eaten. We just saved Nathaniel's soul. Now Core's is getting eaten.
Put it back. Put it back.
I think
put
I
it
need to
back.
get rescanned to see if it's still in the soul or if it's now around it or what's going on with that.
You want to scan you?
Yeah.
All right. When you scan it, you no longer see the elements of Nathaniel anymore. You just see your soul and the bits of fire that are burning throughout it.
So
It's still
Like-
completely together.
Like the
They're trying
normal
to
soul
burn-
fire.
yeah, but do I have
Did you
the?
say his soul is completely to get together?
I just need to clarify. Is it my normal soul fire or is it like the blessing fire?
Your soul and the fire are burning as one.
Okay.
But
So-
you can still see the distinctions. They're not one soul, but it's not a soul attacking your soul.
I got you.
So basically, he's fine now.
I found harmony.
Is he? So he's fine.
You don't know. No one knows what any of this means.
Yes.
We'll read
Who's
up on
next?
the.
You.
Oh.
I'm gonna go
Right.
sit in a corner with a textbook on souls and see if there's anything in there on that.
Hey, Core, while you're holding that stone, do you feel like somebody else?
Let me see.
Wait, so does that mean
do I
that he
feel
doesn't have to hold
Nathaniel
the
or
stone?
the dreams or anything or?
While you're holding the stone, you seem to start having flashes of the wall.
Okay.
You can remember some of the events that you dreamed about before.
If I'm separated, I'll need to experiment with this. But if I'm separated from this gym, am I still have in harmony with
That's a good question.
the blessing?
That's a very good question.
Well, it's gonna take at least 24 hours before we can ever know.
Yeah.
But we want to test that.
So that'll be on the to-do list, I guess.
I don't want to test that.
You don't have to. You can do other stuff.
Yeah, but it could be dangerous. You could lose your mind. You
Probably
don't
what's
need-
more important is to figure out what to do with Nathaniel's soul.
Yeah.
Maybe put it to sleep.
Well, remember, Nathaniel's family is cursed to, when they die, go into a tomb.
That's the thing. I didn't say die. I said put him to sleep.
Because y'all met Nathaniel in there.
Yeah, he's already there. This is a piece of his soul. I wonder
And
if
the
we brought
Nathaniel
it.
you met was mute and could barely do anything.
Right, so it would be beneficial for us to bring it.
Yeah, we should
To
take it
him.
back to Nathaniel. Yeah, maybe that'll bring back some memories.
When was that?
Bastool in the crypts underneath after we killed the little girl. That
He
sounds
might have been
horrible,
parted
but
from his
That
soul
sounds
for
really
too
bad.
long.
After we killed the little girl.
He
Well,
might have
and
been.
her mother and her grandma.
that
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I left out the whole female line.
He killed 3 generations of the family.
Do you want to throw in the maid too that we talked to? That he's
Oh
super
yeah, the
fast?
one that you destroyed.
Well, if you had to kill the rest of the family, then I'm assuming that they all had it coming.
Well, and
No
then we're trying to
survivors.
take out their brother too.
Hey,
That's the main bad guy.
that is true. Nathaniel's soul that we have here in this gym is also part of that family.
So maybe we can save one.
We'll go for one out of
How about we
Big tree.
ransom the soul of their family member back to them for 2,000 gold and pay for your procedure and make a little profit?
if I have the soul if I have this soul gem of Nathaniel, does that mean I'm the inheritor of Bastul?
Well, you would think that would have already worked though. If it was
I
going to
mean,
work.
we haven't really addressed it. So. I mean, we do have
Yeah, I'm never
Aluindel,
back.
but okay.
Isn't Bastille like a death wish? Should we go back to that thing?
Not
Alright.
if he's the heir.
No,
Y'all have one
Deathpool's
gem
fine.
left.
One gem left. Who wants it? That's Winky. You're up.
Okay. My turn.
All right.
I'm on.
He performs the ritual, and when he's done, everyone can't help but think of winking whenever they see the gem. Oh, that was core.
Happening to Core? Why did that happen?
Did
Are
Okay.
you there? You good?
That's we may have lost. Did we lose stream? Two?
No, the stream is still going. I think it was just Discord blipped.
Yeah, stream's so good.
But you said it was me.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got too many screens going. So
I'm just happy I don't disconnect anymore.
Right.
okay. All right, we'll put a timer on me.
That was at 8:30.
We've been streaming for 36 minutes, but I don't blip when we play Valheim, do I? Oh, we're not videoing though. Doesn't matter.
That
Let's
wouldn't
get back to the
Yeah.
to what we're actually doing.
All right.
I'll be right back.
All right. So now what do y'all do? Or what do y'all want to do for planning?
I don't know.
You see Devi writing furiously in a notebook.
Hey, Core, go read that. You know I can't.
Or it's not.
Cora went to the restroom. We'll
Oh.
be back in a minute.
Look, he's
Cora's
back.
back from the restroom.
No,
You
no,
saw-
I had a child food thing. Sorry.
Everyone sees that Devi is feverishly writing in one of his journals.
Should go
Alright.
read over his shoulder.
I mean, you can ask him. You don't have to peek. He's usually very sherry.
Debbie, what are you doing?
I'm writing down the notes about that ritual. First time using it.
I'm glad Nadette went first.
And the strange occurrence with the whole Nathaniel thing.
Right.
I just want to make sure to write it down so I don't skip any details when I think about it later.
Smart.
Fresh in the mind and all.
That's all been lining up with the textbook on souls that we had.
Hey, Charles. What is the shape of the gem?
W.
A W?
It's a standard gem cut.
So it's like
Yours is a
shard?
princess cut.
What?
It's
Like,
parody.
is it like the shard that I in the thing?
Yep, that's
Like what you
exactly
drew?
like that.
The
Sure.
shard.
It can
Sure.
look like anything. It's a gemstone.
Well, I want to make me a medallion, but decide with but put the gem inside of it.
Yes, that's no problem. It'll take you a day to make.
Anyone else wants me to do that for them? Theirs?
I'm gonna hold on to Nathaniel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still deciding on how I want to keep up with mine.
I could make you the same thing I'm making mine.
Keister it.
because you still don't have one.
Okay. Debbie finishes writing. All right. Well, you're all here. A few things I've learned. He goes around, pulls out a gem. Got another key. This one we figured it out, and it is a key to the tree here, to one of the other portals. Apparently, Anganar made it, but never finished it, and I figured out how to do the final rite to activate it. So it's now a
it's
functional
key.
key.
Okay. So
But
it's a okay.
more importantly, turns out the order of the keys with some of the relics and stuff they had kept from Anganar, they had one of the receptacles that goes to one of the archways. And it was not finished, but it was almost finished. And I found Anganar's notes about it, and I actually was able to finish making the receptacle active. So now we can put a portal anywhere you want.
So
And
what
put this
card-
key in it so that it'll always go to the tree.
to put one in the cart, and then we all have our key to anywhere.
Anywhere.
To use anywhere.
I like it. I like
If
it.
that's what you want.
We need to do that then.
Okay. And I'm getting close. Been reading through all these notes. I've been focusing on these keys lately. I think I'm probably about halfway there to making my own keys. The big problem is I still haven't found the spell or ritual to bind them to a location. The only location I seem to have an idea for is here at the tree. Seems like there's something that makes this place easier to go to. And I don't know what it is. But technically, these keys can go anywhere. In fact, they can go to a place that doesn't even have anything there. I don't know how it is, but reading the works, it's really hard to explain that technically you can make the portal go to nothing. And just the portal will appear when you activate it in the air, as if it was just a shimmering mirage.
Could this potentially be the key to get into the library?
Well, you'd have to, as far as I know, you have to go to the place you're trying to make a key go to. And do some kind of ritual at that place to bind it to that spot.
Okay.
So how would you go nowhere?
That's right, you can't. You have to go somewhere, bind it, but it doesn't have to be bound to a door, or a doorway, or an arch. It could just be bound to a spot in the middle of a field.
How do we get back?
Jump up 3 times.
If the door is opened from the other end, that would basically be one way unless they open the door from the other end. But if you go to a specially prepared arch, it can be opened from either direction.
Maybe we can
Somewhat.
get home.
It's kind of hard to explain.
Maybe we can get home by going in a hot air balloon and say,
There is the airship.
Yeah, we're gonna have to save one for the airship.
Oh, the other problem. I'm still running into one problem because so far we've only really translated the Kiminoan works on how these keys work, but apparently Einganar had some kind of cipher language that he used to encrypt some of his notes, so it's really hard to read through them, and we're trying to figure it out. The keys have managed to learn a lot of it, but when it comes to magical relics and rituals, he seemed to have been paranoid that no one ever figured out how he did something. So it's hard to interpret it. And right now, like I could make a gem right now that would work to anywhere in the world, but I'd have to do it the Kiminoan way, which means you have to use a soul gem as the ingredient to make it work. And it would consume the soul of the person you did.
Well, we don't want to do that.
No. And in fact, even in the notes, Einganar mentions about how much he hates that and how he wishes he could find another way.
Well, and isn't that what he did with the dagger?
He did find another way, yes. In fact, the gems that were here in the tree weren't using souls. I can actually determine by looking at them and examining them that soul magic was not used to make them. So he already did figure out how to make it without using souls. It's just we're looking at his older research before we got to where he figured it out.
And that's the research that is currently encrypted, correct?
Yes, and we're trying to decipher that as fast as we can to understand how these keys work. Because if we can understand the underlying magic behind it, maybe we can figure something else out about finding your library.
Right.
Oh, and in one of his notes, he mentioned that there is a device that allows you to, I believe the term was, see the pathways that portals take. When a portal is open, the gateway between the two has an invisible connection between them. And somehow this device allows you to see those lines. So you could follow them to one end or the other, finding in a doorway that's open. But I have no idea what the device is or even where it is. Oh, and a little bit more research I've discovered. Found in some, we did translate some of his notes, and you know those two portals that have the big heavy metal gates on them that keep them closed?
Yes.
He says one of them is to a place called the Maelstrom of Fire. No idea what that is. And the other one is to the negative energy plane. And I believe he said the negative energy plane one was not one he created. It was one he took with him when he left the Citadel when he was young.
He
But
took the portal,
yes.
and it was
What?
already
He-
sealed.
No. He took the key to that portal
Oh yeah, of course.
because they had several keys and he just grabbed everything as he was running out and took a portal to escape the Citadel before they closed this portal behind him. And the other one, the Maelstrom of Fire, he did that in one of his experiments with alternate energy sources. He accidentally opened a portal to a different place than he planned.
Because I'm about to say, the Maelstrom of Fire does not sound very hospitable.
I mean, unless you're core.
I suppose. But his items are not very. Yeah. His items perished.
His
His
items
fl-
would perish. Not his mace or
his
just the
flail,
handle.
His
His
flail,
flail would be fine, but he'd have to redo a handle again.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Not redoing the
were y'all interested in what the historians have been learning? Because there were some
Yes.
historians working on those
Yes.
Kiminoan books and lore and things like that. Because him being a Kiminoan and then somehow them being involved in what all's going on here, they've determined. Y'all were interested in the fortress to the north, the one that supposedly fell to death.
Right.
It looks like the last of the journals, the entries that we have, was from a Kiminoan who abandoned the citadel before they turned on some sort of death plague. They activated it willfully, destroying all life in that area because the dwarves that they were in a war with somehow opened up a doorway, and based on the description, they think it was to where the Koalath live. The dwarves opened a door to the Koalath, and they were coming out of the Dwarven fortress. Koalath infected dwarves were all over it. And so they released this plague of death so that that would prevent the Koalath from going anywhere else in the world. Because for some reason, the Koalath can't deal with the dead.
Is that
It sounds-
possibly why that ritual was used in that dwarven town we were in before?
Sounds a lot like what happened in the
Yeah.
in the Lonely Mountain.
That's exactly what I'm referring
I
to.
was about to say,
Yes.
this sounds very eerily close to the things that are happening while these cities are being locked down.
Correct.
Yep. And with the plague that the council has released as well. Because the dead can't be used by the Koalath, but the living can unless they've been tainted with the pit. But yeah, that's basically the extent of all the research they've been done at this point.
Do we know with the war when the dragons came in to wipe stuff out? Did they wipe out the dwarves specifically, or did they just go in full bar against everyone, or specifically against the Kaminoans?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I forgot about that too. The second fortress, the one that he came from, it was a flight of dragons that annihilated the very last stronghold of the Kaminoans. According to, and I think this might have actually been some of Eingnar's notes, it was a dragon of every color and every metal, good and evil, all together. And they were led by a either a worm or a great worm black dragon that was the leader of them all. And supposedly it decided to take up roost in the citadel. And I believe that is why the swamp is so much of an area around that citadel now, considering it's only a few miles from here. It's plausible that at this height in the tree, you might even be able to see the citadel from here if you had a good enough looking glass.
A foul stench.
Hey, we just got a looking glass. We'll go check that out. See if we can peer over there.
I don't
What you
really want to get close to the ancient great worm right now.
He said we could possibly see it from the tree. If we get high enough and have a good enough
I
looking
mean,
glass.
we can try, sure, see what we can see, but I don't want to mess with anything over there.
Oh no, yeah, I don't want to touch that either.
There is
Yeah, if
a.
there was a road there, it would take you 3 days to ride to the citadel.
Wasn't there a fort on the boundary to the swamp?
Right. The fort is really close. It's halfway there.
Whoa. Halfway
Whoa.
there?
Oh, living on a prayer.
Thank you.
Oh. And we're just go back into the shopping trip. Were we able to buy like any survey maps or anything of the lower or the southern reaches or world maps or anything?
Yeah, it was on your list.
Yeah, I
Cool.
did get a survey map.
Cool.
Hold on while I set up that real quick.
Okay.
Basically, I'm just going to update how much of the world you now have mappage for.
Okay.
Cool. So we got 2 sections to map.
Nice.
All right. And then he hands you another map. Debbie does. We found this in the journals too.
Thank you. Ooh.
This is the Northlands. It was in the book that was talking about the fall of the Kaminoan Empire. Apparently, this right here was the citadel that fell.
wonder if the fort we just visited is up there somewhere along the
I mean,
coastline.
you might be able to look it over and see if you can recognize any features.
Yeah. Can't marry up the
Somebody,
fort and the mountains and the cliffs and the.
All right.
All right. So I was just taking everyone on a tour of the maps.
All right. We'll go back to the basement. All right, so you now have more maps.
Yay! I like maps.
All right, so what do I do now? Those working down in the shop probably need to get back to the work for the making the armor.
am I done with the ring yet?
You will be by the end of the day
Okay, then I'll
if you
keep
work all
working
day.
on. Yeah, I'm gonna work all day on that.
All right. So Core and Akar and Nita, what are y'all doing? And Eve, I guess, since you don't have to be modeling for your armor now.
Well, since I'm not gonna effectively get a chance to touch a stone, I'll lend my crafting ability to whoever will have me. Maybe make some money.
Guess I'd like to see if I could.
You won't be able to go to town to make money.
I'm gonna try and help with the
Apparently,
cipher.
you're recognizable.
No, right now they're not allowing journeymen into town. Because of the plague, they don't want to take any risks with new hires. You could work down in our blacksmith shop, that's about it, but you wouldn't make money.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just to be helpful.
All right, make your crafting check. See how well you performed. All right, you did a pretty decent job. All right, so Core and Akar.
To try to help out with the cipher, Agonar cipher.
Okay. Just make a society check for that. Akar?
I want to go to as far up on the tree as that I can go and try to scope out that area with the new spyglass, just to kind of see if we can see anything in the distance.
Okay, you're probably going to need to talk to the Anati because you're probably going to have to get someone to escort you that high because that's spider territory.
Okay. So I'll go find an Anai to talk to about that.
What do you do, Eve?
I'm gonna go help out the hospital area.
No problem. You can go ahead and make a medicine check. All right. You help out really well.
Cora, what were you doing again?
Helping with Agonar cipher.
Okay. Y'all managed to pass the rest of the day without anything going wrong. And your work core, you were just assisting, so you don't know exactly what the actual outcome of any of it was. All right, but it is dinner time, so everyone's starting to meet back up in the tree. And you have finished your work, Atala.
Yes.
And it is of good quality.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, so what do I do?
Is Mr. Lakewood still at the tree?
Let me do a chance. High or low?
Hi.
He is still there.
All right. I'd like to find him and give him the ring I've made.
And he looks at it and he's like, well, thank you very much. This is wonderful.
You're very welcome. I like to pass on nice things to my friends, and you have been a friend to me and my friends, so thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm good.
And he immediately slips it on one of his fingers. All right. Everyone's still at the mess hall, so what do you do? You're at the mess hall. That's where you found him.
Okay.
It'll be. Has it only been a day since we left Eric? We need
2
to-
now.
It's been 2 days. We were trying to give it at least 2 days before he got information. Is that right?
Well, he said he'd be in Cares in 2 days.
Oh, cares. Okay.
And hopefully he'll find out then.
All right. So do we want to wait for?
And y'all still need to make the archway in the back of the portal and thing now.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I want to say there was something that a ceiling that needed to be looked at.
Do you know where?
A ceiling?
Hold on. Ah, great. It does. I guess it doesn't matter. I just have ceiling looks beat up. Need to someone to repair it. I'd have to look through here to find out what it was.
That wasn't Valheim notes, was it?
No, no, it wasn't.
Was it repairing the Abbey? I know we kind of mentioned somebody.
Yeah, it was something around that area. I feel like. Let me look through the.
Because I know we had mentioned something about letting somebody know about that being there.
Yeah.
It's like 99 all over again. Everybody's got the same ringtone.
Yeah. Most people wouldn't realize what we're talking about, though.
It's okay. It's a hidden gem for those that appreciate it.
What are ringtones?
I know what a ringtone is.
Do you know what personalized ringtones are?
Mm-hmm.
You realize you used to have to pay for ringtones?
I had to pay a month to be able to use them.
To use specific ones?
hmm Yeah, it was a feature that you had to have
Well, at first you
in
could
order.
record your own, and then they figured out, hey, we could charge people for this crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you
I don't-
record your own?
I don't know. Let's not worry about that.
Sorry.
If nobody can remember what that is, then it can't be important.
How can you record your own?
You press the record button, and you put your phone up next to the radio
Making
or
mixtapes.
player.
That's how you used to do it. You had to wait till it came on the radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, but how did you? How did you set it at your ringtone?
You just recorded it, and then you went and found the sound file, and you set the sound file as your ringtone. And that lasted for about 5 to 10 years, maybe. And then they said, we can make people pay for this stuff. And then
Yeah.
they started making you have to pay for it.
Wait, so
Specific
you
file
can't
type.
record it anymore?
Oh, you can still do stuff.
Depends on your phone. If you got an iPhone, you can't. You gotta buy it.
Alright.
from them.
Enough phone talk. Y'all managed to make it through dinner without anything else going wrong. It's now 8 p.m. So what I'll do for the rest of the day, most likely if you're going to do anything with Eric or the wagon or anything else, you need to do that tomorrow.
Sounds good.
At dinner, did I notice any, mercenaries or soldiers or anything?
All right, when you were up at the top of the tower, you could not see all the way to the citadel because of the swamp area around it was just too thick and clouded and obscuring mist.
Gotcha.
But you can see that swampy area.
All right.
So what do you want to do for the rest of the evening?
Backgammon?
Okay.
Shall we challenge the soldiers to a round of gambling? How much gold do we have left?
Aiden, did you just become the Gambit?
I was gonna throw on like a Southern Louisiana accent and have some kind of quirky retort, and then I decided against
As
it.
y'all are sitting there, everyone all at once hears a, excuse me, hello, hello, coming through to your heads.
Oh boy.
I mentioned
go
it to him
again.
not to do this one. Okay.
McGann, we've talked about this.
Why is it always
Hey,
when we're
sorry for the
eating?
impromptu message. I know we were going to try to do some letters and things like that, but it was late and we just got some news that we wanted to go ahead and let you know of.
All right.
And since you can't talk back to me or anything like that, I'm sorry for my pauses. I'm so used to having conversations, it's just instinctive. So, the issues that we've discovered so far. It appears the Black Flag event that we were dealing with is due to a personal vendetta from the guild master of the Southern Guild. He has personally put a black flag on Hatawa.
Did you like turn him down for a date or something? Like, is this some petty stuff?
We're still trying to figure out exactly why that is. We don't. Nothing makes any sense, and we can't find any connection that he even knows who you are. But he somehow has put a flag specifically on you, and he even has a detailed description of what you looked like back in the day.
10 years ago or further back than that?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. He can't hear us.
I don't know at all wow, this is going. It really doesn't make any sense because we again cannot find any connection between him or you, and he only became a guild master in the last 2 or 3 years. And as soon as he became a guild master, he put the flag on you. So our current theory is that he has been angling to be guild master for a while so that he could put the flag on you.
What did you do,
Which
Atala?
seems to us indicate that he has a personal grudge against you, and I don't know why. Again, we are searching more for it, but I can tell you this: the king of the Southern Kingdom and the kingdom across the bay have both disavowed this black flag. So it is not a legal bounty on your head; it is a illegal bounty. But because it's the Thieves Guild down there, their word is law according to guild members. But I
How much
also
is the
know I have confirmed that it is the guild master of the Northern Guild who has made it so that if any guild member from the Southern Guild attempts to come and collect said flag or bounty in their kingdom, they will be, I don't know what the proper term is, but it's whatever the equivalent of excommunicated from the entire Thieves Guild.
Ooh.
So basically, he's gone to bat for you. And again, we still can't figure out how you know him because there doesn't appear to be indications you've met him either.
some weird love triangle, Hatala?
Hatala, you wanna let us in on these little secrets?
I will let you in on these secrets as soon as I know the answer to these secrets. I'm actually curious at the moment. I feel like we may get answers if we go to the Guildmaster in the north.
We definitely get answers if we go to the Guildmaster in the south.
I'd rather keep my head.
And I
Well,
guess
I mean,
the
we're not
final
going to let them
notice,
kill you.
the thing we do know, if you traveled to the south at this point in time, as long as you remain away from any Thieves Guild members, you would be fairly safe. But if you ever go anywhere that the guild members are there and they could get away with it, they would kill you on sight.
Hmm.
Because as far as we can tell, he may have actually made the reward for this black flag a high level ranking seat in the guild plus a few hundred gold coins.
The
But
value
yet,
of one's life.
I wonder if it has anything to do with your little parasite friend.
how would they know about that?
I mean, this could
I
have
mean,
been
I don't know
But
anything
someone.
about him.
the final
So
thing I have to tell you is we've also gotten word from some of our scouts that have been trying to find this cult of yours. They are active in the entire region and they are recruiting in the entire region, but they are currently having a little bit of an argument with the kingdom, and they have taken up one of the southern ruins in the hills, and they seem to be fortifying the ruin and restoring it. And the ruin used to be an old fort in the old days during one of the border wars.
sounds like we got some
Fortifying
unfortifying to do
a ruin where?
Southern.
to the
In the
south.
very south of the southern kingdom, in the hills.
So do we sneak through like a good thief and go down there? Possibly intercept some Southern Thieves Guild people in the way?
Right now, I'm interested in going to the north to meet the
And then a few
Guildmaster.
seconds later, y'all hear, oh, wait, I probably should say, that is all I have to say. I'm sorry I got distracted. Someone came and asked me a question. Yes, I am done now. No more headaches. Goodbye.
Oh my goodness. So the cultists are fortifying a ruin in the south of the kingdom.
In the very south of the southern kingdom. In the hills where there's a collection of ruins in those hills, because there was a war going on between two kingdoms, and that was one of the more highly contested battlegrounds.
Interesting.
Well, we could go to the north, which we probably will. But if we ever do go to the south, I think I saw some disguise kits out in the shop area when we were shopping earlier today. If that's something that
Although,
you might
when
want
you're going long term, you may want to consider a more drastic and semi-permanent approach.
Yeah, Eve was giving me some ideas the other day on some disguises.
Yep.
Might want to work on some of that. Eve, do you think you could help me?
We're
Yeah.
gonna pass you off as a boy. Cut your hair.
Yeah, maybe some hair dyeing. I'm not sure about the boy thing as of yet, but
We could
it's
turn
an
you into a
interesting
dwarf.
idea.
with a
Try getting
beard.
like some like
I'm
gender change potions or something.
no, I don't know about gender changing, but I think I could probably at least act like a guy.
Okay.
We can get you a beard. The depth pretty good with
I
beards.
wonder if there's any kind of magical items that might be able to help you disguise yourself.
Well, there's spells that will change them until the spell's undone.
Ooh,
Polymorph and things like that.
interesting. Nadette, figure out how to turn her into a tree and we'll put her in a little pot and take her with us.
We can just turn it.
I am Hatala.
I can just
I
turn into a.
am Hatala.
If that's all, if she's just gonna state her
I
name over and
am
over, we're gonna be
Hatala.
screwed.
I am Hatala.
I can just turn into a pterodactyl, and fly her over wherever we need to fly her to. If
And no,
need-
you can't turn into a pterodactyl.
Why not? I have aerial form and dinosaur form.
No.
Aerial
Aerial
dinosaur.
form means you can turn into like a hawk.
Oh. Okay.
But basically, the way it works is, you know how you can turn into a cat or any other small animal?
Right.
With aerial form, you can turn into flying versions of those. So, like a hawk, a seagull, small birds that are in the same size and shape class as those small animals.
A raven.
Or as an insect, you could turn into a small flying beetle or something like that.
Would you die
But
if you
can't-
turned
you have to
into?
go. You have to get the next highest level of transformation before you can turn into a larger flying dinosaur.
If you turned
It's
into a
it's
bird
staggered system
then-
for your transformations.
Yeah.
and then flew into the air above someone and then turned into a tree,
It would if I fell in the middle of a forest and no one was around to hear it, would I make a sound?
Would anyone care?
No, you just need to perform Beast Boy and use another spell to turn into an elephant.
Exactly. Just get to terminal velocity with, the bee, and then turn into an elephant.
Hey, look, you have great blue whale form.
Flat. I roll 20 d20 with it.
You take the same amount.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be fine with that.
Whales aren't designed to fall from the sky unless they're next to a bowl of petunias.
That is true.
Very, very nice.
Okay, so what do you do?
I am vying for northern
So-
travel.
do we want to go spend the night and go up to, I guess, Cares tomorrow, then go north, or do we want to try to travel from here?
Well,
And I'd wanted to go to Bastille.
right. We want to go to Bastille because right now we're in a position where we've got somebody's soul. And while I'm concerned about myself, I'm more concerned about getting the soul returned.
And those are going to be in two separate directions, but Bastille may be the shorter trip.
Well, we have a portal to one of them.
You have
at
to
least
find
closer.
first. You have to find out where the Northern Kingdom's Thieves Guild leader lives, and that's not going to be something that's going to be public knowledge. And then you have to figure out how to get there.
Okay.
So that might take a couple of days just to find out where you need to go.
We're still at dinner, Mr.
Yes.
Lakewood. We can put some feelers out through the
Are you going to
grapevine.
actually ask Mr. Lakewood to help?
Um,
Well,
He's already promised to get you into the Adventurers Guild.
yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Do we want to go this route? I don't know. I know we got some good credit with him. I don't know.
Because the only people you have good credit with for the Thieves Guild is way north at the port city.
Mm-hmm.
To the
Mhm.
east. Actually, it's
We
not
actually-
way north. It's less north than the places you've got now, but it's more
We-
east toward the coast.
Yeah, we have a token for a favor from them.
Mm-hmm. We could go to that little hideaway in the middle of nowhere. That's the groundskeeper, because we got the password for that. We talk with the groundskeeper. I would say the Mr. Lakewood
That's
route
where
would be
that's
more.
where we have the thing for token.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Well, the Mr. Lakewood Avenue would be. We could go ahead and start that right here, right now.
Well, I mean, I say, let's see how far that can get us for sure.
Okay. All right. So we'll go approach Mr. Lakewood.
All right. Oh, what can I help y'all with?
Yes, sir. We our little halfling friend here has a bit of a bounty on our head from a thieves guild in the south. None
Yes,
of-
I've heard.
yeah, we're trying to track down the northern guild leader. Do you happen to have any feelers or any inkling of where you might be holed up?
I can tell you, you probably won't find him. He's been in reclusion for many years.
Do you know any
Person who-
lieutenants or any of the sub guild commanders or?
Most of the people I know probably have died of old age at this point.
Okay.
Your best bet would be to find any contacts you already know in the guild.
Okay.
Sounds like a walkabout.
Because current living contacts are generally the only way to be involved with any guild activity if you're not a guild member.
Okay.
Just saying I knew your grandpa doesn't generally give much leeway.
All right. Well, I appreciate the help.
No
Uh,
problem.
All right, Hatala, that's kind of the road we've got there. Any other thoughts or directions we may want to go?
I don't know. I mean,
We could
he's
go-
conclusion.
I think we could go to Bastool and then go north into the forest, right? And get to that little hideaway camp.
I mean,
No.
yeah,
It's way north of Cares.
Okay.
Remember you had to go up the road, cross the river, and then go north?
Well, what is that one that's north of Bastool? Is like Aristol or something? Could we get to that and get to it from the west or from the east side of it?
And Turcum is what's near Bastool, which is the Dwarven Citadel.
Hold on. Elastus?
Elastus, yes. Elastus is closest to that hidden place.
Okay.
Because it's on a pathway between Elastus and Waden.
So we could go to Bastool, but we would have to go through uncharted forest to get to Elastus, and then from Elastus we could get to the hideout.
Yeah, if you go straight through the forest, that'd be the quickest way, but the most dangerous.
Let's
So
do it.
so Cares to Bastool, and Bastool up to Elastes, and Elastes to the hideout. Does that sound good? Is that our thought process?
yeah.
I've been working on my survival skills, guys.
All right. So you're gonna call it a night?
I think so.
All right. All right. Nothing happens interesting in your sleep.
So I get up in the morning and I tell the guys about the dream I had. It was not about fire.
The snow has stopped falling today.
much snow did we get?
It didn't really stick around in the tree.
Okay.
No,
Can
no
we
more
start working on the portal and the wagon?
Yeah, y'all can go there because the wagon's now safely parked at Eric's place.
I'd like to finish that before we do the trip to Bestool. That's, I think, an obvious beginning point.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. You get out there, and who wants to do the crafting? One has to be primary. Anyone else who wants to help can be secondaries.
Is
I
it
can be a secondary. I'm not a very good primary. I'm new.
I've got plus 14, so I don't know where I sit compared to others.
Probably gonna be me.
Go for it.
don't you have someone has engineering somewhere, don't they?
I can
I
transport.
have engineering lore.
Okay.
Whoops.
Basically good enough at crafting to haul items and watch.
That'll be good. Get away from this thing.
I'm just helping.
You've been hanging
Anyone
out
else
with
wanna
Winky too
assist
much.
in the crafting?
Yay!
You might want to stick back to just handing drinks out, Mo.
Well, I said I'm good enough to haul items back and forth. That's about as good as I can get.
Yeah, he knew what he was good for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just lending in the hand where people says, "Hey, hold this." Okay. Please don't hit my finger.
All right. Y'all managed to get the work done in about 3 hours.
Do we
If
want
none of it-
do you want him to stay in Cares or in that little city south of Cares? Because I know we're going to the Southern Kingdom at some point, and we can just hop through the tree and then hop to him. Or do we want him to go to Bestool?
If he goes to Bastool, then the wagon only goes into one place. If you leave the wagon here, when y'all hop back and forth using your anywhere key, y'all can go back here or to wherever you were.
Leave him here. Any thoughts? Anybody?
Where are we currently located on the map?
In Cares?
Cares.
Well,
here?
we'd be in here in Cares.
And this is Bastool here.
No, Bestool is over here.
Okay. Yeah, because it's kind of in the trees.
And there's no road there either. The quickest way to go is to travel around the mountains down here to this town. I can't remember what it's called right off the top of my head. And then there's an old trail that used to go all the way up here and here. It's not paved anymore, and it's not patrolled anymore, but it is an old trail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there used to be activity going to Bastool.
Yeah, I'd say this would be probably a better shot.
Okay, so are y'all going to hoof it across to the countryside? Since nobody has horses.
Yeah.
I think so.
Y'all do have a because y'all had the wagon and a cart. Y'all took the cart back through the tree.
We had some donkeys at some point, didn't we?
Yeah, you had extra donkeys too. So you have a donkey and a cart that you could bring with you, so that not everyone has to walk at the same time. Because if Eve is having to walk, it would take y'all forever to get there.
Let's go. Our half elf can't take it.
That's probably the same for me. I don't move very fast.
Oh man.
You actually have pretty good speed.
Is that because her armor's still
What's
slowing her down,
speed?
is her armor not done?
Her armor's not done, but she still's got a 5 feet speed penalty.
Was any of our gear done?
No, it's going to take a couple days.
Okay.
Do we want to wait until those couple days have passed before?
Well, aren't we gonna have a portal to get back?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
pop back and forth.
The
Basically, in the cart, you'll have a door frame that you can put your anywhere key in to go back to the tree at any time.
Yeah. So we need to. I mean, we need to make the trip. So make the trip.
Yeah.
We'll just travel back to get whatever we need whenever we need it.
just wanted to check with the katana, and we already had the rune. Is that still a day or two out? I think I left it before we went shopping.
Which means you wouldn't have your katana.
Right. I'm just trying to
Right.
make sure I'm geared up right.
Yeah, you will not have your katana till tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Because that's a rune that you already had on hand. It just had to be installed, which takes a day. And today's that day that they're working on it.
All right. I say we still get on the road.
Yeah.
I got
Yep.
I got weapons aplenty. It
Yeah.
won't be quite as
Run
deadly.
into any issues, we can all stealth. So my newfound knowledge.
On the road again.
Get back on the road again, yeah.
It's been a long time since I've been on the road.
This was the first time I've been on the road with you guys. We've been hopping portals.
Mm-hmm.
Is that supposed to be invisible?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
That's
These are
just
the intimidation rolls.
I was just wondering if it was broken again.
these are just to make you think I'm doing something.
All right, y'all have made it the first day traveling south from Cares.
Where is it? Where is it?
And there is actually a road here. It'll be probably less than a full day to get to the next town.
I don't know where Goose is, but I summoned Goose.
All right.
Thought you just said you're selling goose.
Are we gonna be passing Hayden's hole or something? Is that what that is?
Shh, don't jinx it.
Yeah, the path goes straight to by Payton's Hall. That's how you found it the first time.
Mhm.
Payton fell down the hall.
Hayden has wanted to go back by this hole for so long.
All
Found
right,
him.
there you go. Do you cast your alarm spell, Nita? You
Yes,
always did, so I was just assuming.
Say all of our normal actions are still our normal actions.
Right.
Ooh.
'Cause I don't see it.
Doing watch
All
2 by
right.
2.
It still didn't guess.
I love how it gives you a spell check, but doesn't tell you what the actual correct word is. He just squiggles. I don't like this.
Was this written by the IRS?
Oh no! Now they heard you.
Will,
Yeah. So, guys, as we wake up in the morning, I'll share that I had the same dream again. I'm starting to sound louder and more frantic with the chanting. Just burn, burn, burn,
So
burn.
last night you had no dream, or a dream about not about fire, and then this night you had a dream about fire.
Right. And then when I woke up, I even had there was a fire momentarily appeared in my vision.
Are you holding the gem still?
I'm gonna look directly at Core, wide-eyed, go, I can't believe it. I had the same exact dream last night.
Okay.
No, really.
Really, really.
Yeah. No. Crazy.
Oh,
We're gonna get this
boy.
figured out. Did you sleep with the gem last night? Where was it?
Mm-hmm. Where's Jim?
Your
The-
gem that protects you.
Yeah. That has
Oh, the
Nathaniel's
medallion
soul.
and the
Oh,
necklace.
yeah.
The one with the soul.
The one that has Nathaniel's soul in it.
Nathaniel? Yeah, got him in a bag right now.
You got him in a
But
Oh,
did you
God.
sleep next to him?
I think so, yeah. Do you want to hold
should
on to it tonight?
You should put it like 10 feet out of range in a corner or something like that.
Where was it the night that you didn't dream about fire?
This was the first night. Well, I mean, I've just had him in a bag.
Oh, this is the first night that you haven't had
Because we did
that
it.
you had the soul removed.
We slept last night. All right. We did the procedure. I slept through the night in the tree. Nothing. Came here, got on the road, slept the night, dream of fire. So as long as no one's doing like dream nightmares or anything, right? There's no pranks or something going on. That'd make it difficult
mean-
to figure out.
I don't know.
Okay.
But the debt
Good
had the
idea,
exact
though.
same dream.
Nadep is a classic liar.
Were you sleeping next to Cora? last night?
Who wants to hold on to Nathaniel tonight?
Akar, do you really believe that Nadep had the exact same dream?
What I'm thinking is maybe since now that it's in the soul gem is emitting to anything around its vicinity instead of one person because it's not attached to one person's soul anymore.
And that makes
Uh-huh.
perfect sense. I think it definitely would make sense. We should send the soul away
That's why I
somewhere.
was- That's why I was asking if Nadep slept near Core last night.
Matter of fact, yeah, definitely did.
Nadep is. I'm telling you, there's no way he had that dream.
Okay. I don't
That's-
know.
I don't-
I don't know him quite as well as you do, but I was just just thinking.
He still has a lot of trust built up with him. They're being good buds.
I understand that. I have a lot of trust built up with him as a liar. I trust that he's lying.
I really just know him as the fireball guy, so I mean.
That should give you enough indication as to what you should be determining here.
Well, I mean,
Well, I mean,
I didn't
Hatala,
think he'd
he was
take
kind
the
of pushing
fireball.
for that first fireball too.
Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't.
Oh,
really
that's
think
true. He
wanted
was all for it.
Yep. Okay, so who wants to sleep with Nathaniel tonight?
All right, well, I'll take it just to
You
test
go.
my.
Alrighty, there you
And
go.
it really sounds wrong. Who wants to sleep with Nathaniel tonight?
We're gonna share this
Right.
soul out, boys.
Yeah, but do you see how eager everybody is to sleep with Nathaniel?
No one else wants to have dreams. Thanks, guys. Just let me shoulder this one.
Okay, y'all continue.
Yeah.
Ooh.
For me.
As we get on the road, I want to make the comment. I wonder if the dreams will get stronger and fiercer the closer we get to Bestool. If it is Nathaniel.
That's a good thought.
So, what do you want us to do? Like, put a bucket of water over you, and
Would it be? It'd be a car. Just at
Yeah.
some point in the night, hit him with water.
What you're going to need to do is grab your hoe and flatten out all the areas so that there's no fire. Fire around you.
but I mean, you almost like caught the bed on fire that one time. So, we could take a bucket,
Alright.
put it up over a rail, and put the
As
rope.
you approach the city of Larn, you notice there are some men riding towards you.
Who's up front scouting? I would guess it'd be the ranger.
Probably a
Ranging.
car, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would
Uh,
just
what do I see? Do I see any markings or uh, banners or anything?
At this distance, you just see men riding towards you.
Hey guys, we got somebody heading this way. I don't know how treacherous these roads are.
I mean, we've passed people on the road before. We may be able to get some information out of them if they're not villains. So
As they're approaching, you now see that there are about 6 riders. 4 of them are armed. 2 of them do not appear to be.
Looks like we have an armed escort of some.
Hatala, did you work on your disguise any?
Did we work with Eve?
Here, put this hood up. Put your hood up. Just make sure that's over you.
Well, you're still in the Northern Kingdom.
I mean, maybe just in case. They shouldn't be up here.
Larn is the southmost city in this kingdom.
But I will say tonight, Eve, that's what we're working on. Okay?
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
You got to make me over.
They slow down a little bit when they see y'all up ahead, and they close their formation tighter.
They're just defending themselves. I think.
Yeah,
I'll just give them an open-handed wave.
It looks like an armed escort for sure. They're protecting the people that they're escorting.
What if it's the Northern Kingdom's Thieves Guild?
Right? It could be the guild master himself.
It's possible.
Just be like, "Hey, are you the Thieves Guild?" I'm
You gonna
kidding.
hit him with that secret handshake?
Like,
All right.
actually, as they go by, I do want to do some thieves sign, just to see, are you with the Thieves Guild, something like that.
As they get closer, you notice some of them are wearing outfits that look like mercenary outfits.
All right.
As they go by too, I like to say, "Oh, is there any news from the south?"
No one responds to you. The 2 people who are not armed are wearing obviously fine clothing.
Mm.
Made out of
And
fine
they
wood.
are basically doing the whole nose in the air act.
Someday
Okay.
I'm gonna get a horse.
Don't react, Adep. Don't react. I know you don't like snobbiness.
I was constructing my comment.
And as soon as they get past the group, they all take off at full speed.
Apparently, a car does know him well.
Mm.
And they've passed by and are heading away now.
All right.
You have made it to the outskirts of Larn. This town has a small wall, but it's more of a palisade wall than a stone wall or anything like that. But you do notice that all the gates are closed, and there is like a shanty town that's set up outside the gates.
I wonder if this is for the disease.
They put up walls for the disease.
Can we tell if there is a difference with the way it looks now from the last time we came through here?
All I
Yes.
see is feet.
Oh yeah,
There
Winky's
is a
feet.
very large encampment to the southernmost edge of the town that has its own set of walls around it. And it looks like it is manned by goblins.
Oh, okay. I'm glad they got that
I had
sorted.
Had a split second where I was like, kill them for their
Oh,
stuff.
Need that black.
they're all 2 stars, Satala. Don't.
Oh, stay away, stay away, stay away.
But the goblins, they've basically set up a small fortification just to the south of town, and they have guards that are basically not looking towards the town but looking towards the open field plains to the south.
Planes? Did you say planes?
It just keeps happening.
So they're looking towards the south.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's from what y'all remember earlier, to the south and east of here are where most of the goblin tribes live.
And that was the Fang clan?
There's actually 3 different clans out there.
Okay.
The Fang clan was the one that that made a peace treaty with the kingdom.
Okay.
They're trying to make proper relations and set up trade.
All right.
And it looks like they now have a fortification at the southernmost edge of one of the towns, which is the basically border to their kingdom.
All right, we're going to head on to the gate, the regular city gate.
All right? It's shut.
Oh, anyone there?
What do you want?
Entrance.
No.
It's the plumber. We come to fix your sink.
Oh my god.
No.
What is it locked up?
Because you don't live here.
Is this about the plague?
Wow, you just said it.
No, it's because we've just lost our nice sunny disposition.
Oh, well, now that you've pinpointed it, the next thing is to just
Solve the
smash.
problem.
Yeah, fix that.
Oh boy.
Hey, Core, maybe you should leave the witty banner to me.
Okay.
You should.
All right, you go for it, Nadup. You talk to him.
Well, I'm not gonna talk to him. I'm gonna go find somewhere to sleep outside the
If you
mall.
need things, there's merchants out there. Most people just set up the tents. If there's an emergency, we have an area set up for people to come and run to stay in between the 2 forts. They've set up an area in case there's an attack of any kind, but so far no attacks. Everything's been good.
All right. Is the
What'd
pla-
y'all prepare
Other than
for
the
an
whole
attack?
sickness thing, everything's actually been pretty good. I mean, ever since the goblins turned all nicey nice, everything's been pretty great actually. We haven't had a raid in months.
It's good to hear. Is the plague gone bad down here, or is it just starting?
No, we just heard what was going on to the north, and some of the rich folk decided they didn't want to get sick at all. They closed it up if you don't live here.
Okay.
I'm perfectly happy with that. I live here, so everything's good.
Well, the did the
And
plague?
you know what the best thing is? He looks around, and the other guards are like, "Ah, again. My mother-in-law lives in Kaz. She can't come in."
All right. Well, blessings to you, brother. We'll go find us a spot to sleep out here. We're just passing through, anyhow.
Did you just suddenly get an accent?
Yeah. It's what you do when you have society. You blend in with the locals.
Okay.
And
okay,
one of the
okay.
guards actually comes up to the other guard. You can just see the top of his head. He goes, "Poosh," thwaps him in the back of the head.
Beautiful.
Do we want to sleep
Do
in
you
close?
think that was his wife?
Do we want to go sleep on the outskirts here?
You can go anywhere, north, south, to the near the Goblin Fort, whatever.
I say we go see the goblins, see if they're friendly enough to let us in. I don't mind.
I mean, we've had pretty good relations with them over time.
Mhm.
I mean, besides Core not understanding their messages.
So I'm not taking point on that one. Who?
When goblins think you're dumb,
They're probably
What you
right.
trying to say, Tom?
You make it to the Goblin Fort, and you notice everyone make a perception check, actually.
A roll, a roll.
a 3-letter roll.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah.
Perception. Go, baby, go!
Nope.
See, Winky's
Sorry, I tried
sneaking
to
in
click-
some extras.
So I clicked space to unmute myself, and it rolled again.
All right, so everyone but Winky and Needip yeah, everyone but Winky and Needip noticed that the goblins in the fort and milling around the area aren't all the same species of goblin.
One's blood goblin.
Most of
one's-
them are the fang goblins that you've seen before, but you can see a couple skull goblins and a couple other types that you've never seen before.
So they're kind of banding together through this in some fashion.
Weren't the skull the bad ones
For
that
the most part,
were?
the
Well,
humans don't really know goblins, but y'all have had more dealings with them, so y'all have learned a few of the clans. The
while
skulls are the ones that are not from this area.
yeah, we they weren't I don't know if I'd call them bad.
I mean, we got a truce with them right now, but
Right.
they were. There was a demon involved with them at one point, if I remember right, in that hideaway fort, right?
Something, yeah, something like that.
I did want to bring up, do we want to be interacting with a whole bunch of people if there's a plague going on?
I mean, are we gonna be able to avoid this plague? I mean, are we at the point to say that? I mean, what can we even avoid whatever that plague is? And
I don't know. But do
Well,
we want to be down for a day or two out in the wild, or
well, technically, I'm good because I'm undead.
I don't know if
I doubt it'll be a day or two. It'll probably be quite a few days. But I think our best option is to just
just keep pressing.
press in.
So where are we sleeping?
Outside under the stars. Or we have a tent, I think. A
Yeah.
couple tent.
Do you see that?
She rolled a 2 and then a 17.
Yes, and someone got a message.
Ah.
I didn't get one.
'Twas not I.
I don't have a tent, but I have a bedroll.
Okay.
I bet it was a car.
Just make a dirt bed. Dirt blanket.
so, hey guys,
Mhm.
whispering.
Okay. What's up? What's up?
The skull goblins, they got a look at us, and I think they recognized us, and they are trying to leave into the fort now.
All right. I mean,
Let's go.
oh
kill
right.
them.
We kind of need to, we kind of need to bring a car up on matters.
They're bad guys. We're gonna kill them. Let's do it.
No, we have a truce with them.
Yeah, we have a truce with them. So a car.
If we go over there, we're gonna talk to them.
Okay.
They are. We were racing to get to Willem initially when Willem was not a bad guy, and they had designs to get a hold of the Quelith tablets. They've been unsuccessful in that so far, but they are at odds with the cult. So, and that's where our truce comes in. We were against each other. In fact, I think they got into a fight with them. Like the first couple of weeks, we were going at this thing together. We were fighting these guys,
I think the
but
first-
we've got a truce with them right now. So pretty much until we deal with the cult, we're not going to mess with each other.
So it appears that they're still kind of spooked.
Well,
As y'all are talking, a group of goblins rides out of the fort on Wolfback.
Does it
Oh,
look like
that's cute.
us?
They ride wargs.
Does it look like they're coming at us?
They're coming this way, yes.
All right. I suggest we take a quick defensive stance.
Just you be quiet.
I'll go.
When the wargs
Come on,
come out of
Wiki.
the fort, you notice a bunch of the merchants and things stop to look, but kind of step to the side to make sure they're not in the way. It looks like they're not spooked by the wargs.
maybe it's something they've done before.
We'll just we'll get in our I guess me and Winky will be kind of standing towards the front, I guess.
And the wargs stop and they part, and one of the wargs comes forward, and it's the goblin you saw earlier,
From
the
the
one that talked to you.
tavern way back when.
Yeah.
True still intact?
Just wanted to make sure that ourselves.
Aye. Same for
We're
us.
good. Yeah. Oh, he's just stepping. I'm not there.
You're there.
Yeah, we got our men heading to the south trying to follow the cult now that most of them are gone down there. We've hunted down most of them up here, but we can't find any more now.
All right.
And I have a message for you from my boss.
Copy that. What you got?
He says that he can no longer trust anyone, including y'all. So, truce is active. Don't expect any real help from us, but don't expect any attacks from us either. We really want nothing to do with you guys. It's just we want to stop whatever's going on. It's way too dangerous. I have no idea what y'all let them do in that mountain, but since then, it's been a nightmare. Oh, and one last thing. Something about... What was it? Darn it, I hate getting messages because I always forget them. He starts reciting a few things in Goblin, trying to jog his memory, and he's like, okay, yeah. The tentacle thingies, if y'all don't know it, remember demon things, they don't like that. Certain relics that are good for that. And he points to one of the koala stone medallions he's wearing. If y'all don't have them, get them.
Those are the ones we saw previously, right? That we took off the niece that we rescued in the Lonely Mountain, or outside it. We found them outside of Zan. I'm trying to remember the necklace.
The protected these are like protective necklaces. I
Are
think.
they? Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing that Tala's wearing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're getting the necklaces that. Yeah.
I got you.
Hey, Charles,
Yes.
is there any book merchants in town?
Not that you can get to.
Okay.
If you want to do any dealings, you have to basically talk to a go-between, someone in town who can go find things for you and bring it to you. And it costs a little bit of money.
Well, we just spent all ours.
All right. Well, we'll be in town for the.
And especially be careful around the demons. They're up to something right now. We don't know what. But y'all remember there was one in our group. He turned on us. Don't know where he went. He fled off to the north somewhere.
Okay. That wasn't part of the boss's plan.
No, killed his friend.
Okay.
Apparently he got angry after they decided they weren't going after Willem anymore.
Mm.
All right. We're all for the Goblin Peace Treaty. We don't want any trouble. We don't want to mess up any of that. If your boss wants to talk to us to establish a better trust foundation, just let us know. We'll be in town for the rest of the day.
No problem.
You guys have anything else you want to add in?
Yeah.
All right. Are we good?
Bye. And they turn and leave.
Well met.
One of the wargs is like, as they ride off. Because the wargs are as smart as people.
What? Do the wargs know how to speak English? Common? I mean.
They know multiple languages.
Okay.
Wargs are extremely intelligent and very evil.
But I thought that everything has something good in it.
Not wargs.
Really? Every warg is evil?
Pretty much. Just
What
like
is
every
evil?
wolf will kill you just because they can.
Part of their genes.
Wolf?
It's in their
But
den.
wargs are worse than wolves. A warg
But
is
you-
basically a dire wolf with the intelligence of a human.
Bad.
They're basically angry, cranky, and want to eat things all the time.
Yeah, and the goblins have to feed them, like enough food to actually provide them.
All right, so they've gone back into the fort now. So what do you do?
What we gotta do?
Do you want to find us a little place to bed? Well,
Because it's about 4 p.m. now.
I mean, we could.
We should poke around the camp or where the people have set up tents, see what we can find.
I want to find a place where you and I can work on a disguise.
Well, I was gonna say we have the key now to get back to the tree.
Oh yeah.
And you got to go get your stuff because several things are done.
So I was gonna say we could find us a place to hang out. Maybe have like a outhouse clown car where they see everyone walking into it and no one walking out.
Wouldn't the cart have to stay here since you have to use the door frame in the cart? Does somebody need to stay and kind of watch over it? Just not.
Yeah, I mean we can have some people. I mean, Atala
You're
and
probably
Eve are the
gonna
main
have
ones.
to-
We need to get our
if you want
stuff.
If you want to use the portal while here in town, you're going to have to set up a tent and put the portal inside before you open it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just put up a tent and have the wagon backed up to it. Or do we have a
It's a
Well,
cart,
It's a cart.
cart?
a two-wheel cart.
Yeah, we can. We'll camp here, but we'll go take turns going back and forth to get our gear, and Atala and Eve can go do their thing.
Okay.
Somebody can bring some of that good food that they got at the tree. You know.
Do you want to call it a night now? It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And this is a good stopping point. You made it to town. Now we're going to head off towards Peyton's Hall.
Peyton found a hole. All right, guys, say bye to the stream.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.